Welcome to the women's semifinals match here in Garland, Texas, part of the Spikeball Tour Series. We got a good one coming up. Graham Rogers, the number 3 ranked team, against Zoomies, an unranked mashup team, Karah and Allie Foster. I'm Mike White, here with Matthew Burrows. Let's take a watch.
We're going to see if her inexperience is going to hinder her too much. Obviously, Graham Rogers, got a lot of backstory, got a lot of history, so we'll see if they can use that to their advantage. We're going to get started here pretty soon. Yeah. Give them the thumbs up.
So Graham Rogers, of course, they're all similarly dressed. Graham Rogers are in the plain black tanks on the right. And then on the left, far left, we have Karah, and the blonde-haired woman is Allie Foster.
Look at the sportsmanship to start off. You love to see it.
So we got Allie Foster serving first. A hard jam serve right into Becca Graham's. And a lot off the mark. She seemed to open up her hips to kind of put it away and got all of it.
I think she makes contact just a little bit too early there. It's the beginning of the game. Get them out early. There's still a lot of game left to play. One error is not too big of a deal.
So Allie Foster serving again, this time to Allie Rogers. Little lobster trap on that first one. See what she got on the second hit here. Little put it on serve. Nice setup by Graham. High shot. Foster was in the spot, but couldn't get a handle.
Great putaways. A little bit of differences we've seen between the last series and this series. Stronger hits. That one was blasted pretty far away. Series before this, not quite as much power.
Little drop shot there by Allie Rogers. Again, nice hard hit. She kind of, Allie Rogers was there, but it kind of lipped up and a little far away.
Tries to shift her body towards Becca a little bit, but maybe a little bit too much, and then doesn't make enough solid contact on the ball.
Hoy really swung for it on that first. See what she gets this time. Very nice drop, easily dug by Graham, but into the rim. Uncharacteristic hit. I think she was a little pressured as Hoy and Foster were both swinging around, and so she went for a little bit of a harder shot than she needed to.
Definitely got to get, I think she needs to just get a little bit lower down to the ground here. Wow, nice serve out of Hoy.
Really strong backhand. Some call that the Buckeye backhand. It came very far to Allie's left hand. So she has here again. Blast that. I think that's front rim, so they're going to go for a fault there. See what she has the second time. Goes for the drop. I love the mix of the drop and the hard serves.
That's a great mix. I'm excited to see what's more in the bag. Before we kind of just saw hard serves and drops, but now we might see a little bit more with these players.
Saw a little hit there, a nice backhand. Hoy has a really strong backhand. They disagreed. Observers called that a rim, so point goes to Graham Rogers. Is now 3 serving 4. So slight lead for Zoomies, a.k.a. Hoy Foster, to start.
I think it's just off of Graham Rogers, 2 errors that have happened so far. As soon as they clean that up, they'll be in a much better spot.
Really strong left-hand hit there by Foster. She kind of went for it there. That's like Graham earlier went for a similar shot, but of course on her forehand and hit rim, and Foster was really close to that there.
Uses her one square on the side of the net, makes a great shot happen. As Allie Foster, she might be maybe our tallest women player of the day. I'm not sure if anyone on Twins is taller than her.
I don't think so, and of course that's a advantage in many cases, but also a disadvantage when you're being served to, as the serving height is relative to your body. So that was a nice backhand there, put away by Becca Graham. So over to Allie Rogers serving at 4-5. Little step out, goes for the left. I like the option. Keeps Hoy, has to a little bit on her toes.
She was hitting some nice lefties in their little warm-up, so definitely want to see some breaks happen there.
That's a good one, just a forehand cut. Nice drop shot there.
Good decision.
Yeah,
yes.
I really like that.
Way to change it up. Comes in a little bit with the lefty, and then last second just switches to the right push.
And Hoy here serving now, 6-4. Goes for the drop. We haven't seen her land a solid one yet, but they do put pressure on you. A double fault there, not what they want, but they have the lead, so they can be a little comfortable with it. So back to Graham for 5-6.
Yeah, I think if you are Zoomies here, you're going to want to put the ball on, especially if Becca's hitting right now, just because we've already seen her make the errors. So, try to force her to start playing clean. It's, get her while she's in that little bit of nervous position of trying to play clean as soon as you can.
Right, I think that's smart. So back to Foster serving at 7-5. Again, high a little off the mark. We've seen some solid serves, but we've also seen some big faults. I think they're just trying to get in the groove here. And so goes for the little drop, very low and gets it. A little drop ace.
That's enough to take it.
Yeah.
Just puts it on against Becca there.
I like that. It popped up high, but it didn't go very far. So Becca Graham still had to come a large distance to get there.
It was a little bit deceiving. It looked like it was going to pop forward. It kind of hit the front pocket area, so you would think it would launch forward some, but it just stayed.
Didn't. So now a big lead there for Hoy and Foster. Again, just goes for a get it on serve.
Nice backhand from Allie.
That was
clean.
That was a clean backhand. I'm getting scared. So what we said in prior matches is sometimes you want to get the serve on and just make the play.
Right.
And you get so nervous, like, are they going to mess up the set? Are they going to hit? Most of the time they won't, but there's always a chance that they do, and that's what you're hoping for. So we got Rogers now, 6 serving, 8, not too low. They're going to opt to play that one and sends it, pockets up a little bit, so Graham is there. Rogers with the setback. Misses the left.
Oh, wow. Foster just taps it right back on one.
A lefty on one, if you will.
Wow. Unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
Wow.
But that's just the no-hit zone. Sometimes if you're coming back to the net, especially when you're coming back to the net, you can't really judge. It's hard to get your footwork going, so sometimes you just leave the set to go into the net, and that's what she did. Foster was like, I'm ready for this.
Yep, and that's another little error out of Becca, so she's going to start pulling it together. Gets a soft touch here, and that's back on the net. Becca, there she goes. She puts the ball away.
Put it away. Perfect. I like the on-two. Kind of got it back. Of course, the soft touch there. She got a touch within the 7-foot circle on the way up, so she can set it again. Cannot hit it on the net, but she set it right back up to Allie Foster.
Yeah.
Becca Graham, 7-9. Still early in this game, but they've haven't really generated the breaks that they would need to come back in here.
I think Allie's going to be the main break taker of Graham Rogers here. At least from what I saw when they were warming up, she looked like she had a lot of firepower, so definitely want to get the ball into her hands as much as possible.
Rare double fault there by Graham, and then a textbook 1-2-3 by Graham Rogers. Keeping it in it. The real thing here, they haven't been showing the ability to generate a lot of breaks, so it's really important that they hold.
Right. So yeah. I mean, if you can't win, then you definitely shouldn't lose.
You can't.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You got to stay in it.
Rogers again going to do a little step out. Is she going to fake the left? She's really going for it all.
Yeah, she's starting to get a little bit of like the Michigan style sort of twitch back and forth almost.
A fan, see what she has here. Again, so that's 2 double faults in a row for Graham Rogers, which of course I don't love to see. I think they want to see Hoy and Foster make the plays.
Right. Yeah, you got to make them play. You got to put your bid in.
So fault there first by Hoy. And got second one on. A little high, but they're going to opt to play it. And a nice backhand. Some clean hitting so far from all these women.
Becca's starting to step up a little bit more, starting to get comfortable. You know, take a breath, slow it down a little bit, make some good hits happen. Starting to look good again, definitely.
We're a little under halfway through this this first game to 21. Strong serve by Becca Graham, but honestly, impressive handle there by Hoy.
Yeah.
The sound of that serve didn't look like it'd be a nice simple up.
That serve is one that you call that passes the eye test in my mind. It's like you hear the super solid sound. It just sounds so crisp and it's fast. But Sumi's do a great job to handle it.
Again, a little miss set and miss touch, but not enough on that second hit. Can Graham get it back? I think she goes into the rim. So
maybe
they almost.
Pocket. I think they're going to observers. They weren't sure. Okay, it was rim.
That is a rim call. So Graham Rogers almost caught a break, but it turns into a nice break and an early lead, 13-9.
It does, even though they are down in this first game, it does look like their chemistry is starting to come into play a little bit more. So good sign for game 2. But right as we say that, I jinxed them, I think.
That the drop drops can be hard to get with that footwork. See,
nice shot.
That's where it's tough to see where they making these mistakes, but when they're clean, it's really good.
Yes,
it's really good.
And I don't know if, for me personally, the turf circles sort of mess with my mind, and I think I cannot step in there at all. So I don't know if it's when they're getting drops or trying to avoid the no-hit zone, even though it's legal to step in.
Nice serve there by Rogers to get 1 point back. Hoy tried to send it back, but wasn't enough. Exactly what you're saying there, and I think. What's interesting for me here is Graham Rogers is not an inconsistent team historically. Right. So, they're getting back into it, and we're seeing this. I think they can bring it together, and they'll be back to what I had before. Nice body up by Rogers.
Oh, no. The hits, the finishes
just
on the defense are just not coming through.
Yeah, I just paused saying because I didn't know what to say. She looked like she wanted the backhand in the left, but it kind of just came right at her, so she couldn't really adjust her feet in time.
Yep. Yeah. And it's tough. I mean, I've been impressed with the recovery of a lot of these women's players, and I think they've been doing a great job so far, but Graham Rogers is not able to find them so far in game one.
Yeah. So now it's Becca Graham serving 12-15. Foster and Hoy do not look bothered at all. They're just kind of cruising through this, making some mistakes, getting some serves,
trying to stay comfortable, hold their lead. It's a lot easier to just hold than when you know you have to make breaks happen.
They're going to play that, and not enough. Hoy's there, goes for the backhand.
Wow.
Pockets up and out of reach.
Yeah, that's just a good shot. Backhands. So typically on a defense, for most people, they're trying to cover the big righty forehand shot, just the straight up, hitting it with the right hand as hard as they can. And Hoy's backhand is really just giving them a lot of trouble, I think.
So we got Allie Foster, her second serve here. Big lead.
That is on.
Classic 1-3 from Graham Rogers, but too little too late, and that's not going to do it for them. They can't be clean half the time.
Going to have to pop off here if they want any chance of winning at the end here. It is 13-17. Righty, I think that's going to be a little bit too high.
Yep.
Rogers got to put something on here. Make a run happen.
Oh, I like the drop attempt. She just you can see from her side, she just wanted
to
get
play.
that on.
Yeah, she's
so
wanted
we
to play.
got 20-13. No, sorry, excuse me. 18-13
here. Yep.
See what Hoy has. A nice, just solid serve. Challenges, has to work around it. Strong hit, but she gets the touch. Allie Foster sets it back from the distance.
Oh, wow.
From here, that looked good.
Yeah, Karah Hoy, she did a great job of, keeping her composure, trying to focus on getting back to the net. Almost finds it. Had good distance, just a little bit off to the side. Great, nice little defensive touch there. And a great shot from Becca. It is 14-18 now. Becca with a double fault. Can't find their groove so far.
No. Of course, we saw in a match before this, Slow & Co. did pick up their groove in game two. So
you never know what's going to happen in game two.
Here. We got 19-14, another double fault. So we got 15-19. Will be extremely hard for Graham Rogers to come back, but they're going to have to do it on the hand of one serve attempt from Rogers. There she goes at the bowl. Can she get that back?
Becca dives.
She has it up.
Oh, can't get it back to the net.
Oh,
I think Allie Rogers has to set it to Graham's right hand there, just to give her a better, more comfortable shot of getting it back on the net. So but a great rally, great defensive touch from Graham.
Game point and out. Crazy.
Wow.
I don't know what to call that.
Karah Hoy with the spin around backhand for the no-touch ace win. Holy cow.
Was she saving
that?
What?
She just pulled that out of her pocket.
Yeah.
That was absurd.
Like a 5-point lead, why not do it?
Yeah, might as well pull it out. That reminded me of like Sam Buckman's final point to win college nationals.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Wow.
That's
cool.
That is
I'm kind of shocked
breathtaking.
right now.
Yeah, like I'm at a loss for words.
That
serve was great.
There was no indication we were seeing something like that.
Yeah.
And so similar to earlier Slow & Co. and thus Parbatai. What do you think Graham Rogers needs to do going into this game 2?
Yeah. So got down early with the 2 errors from Becca. She's looking a little bit better now, looking a little bit more fluent in her strokes and her swings. So hopefully they can fix that part. I think if Allie can give her just a little bit more time and a little bit more to her right hand, give her a little bit more dime sets, she can try to put those away. Allie's hitting has been really great, really clean. And we just need to match that on the other side. So I think once that happens, we'll be in a good spot.
Yeah, and I think, we're talking about what does Graham Rogers need to do, but truthfully the story is Hoy and Foster are just playing great.
They are playing very well.
They did not look threatened at all.
I don't even know if there's anything Graham Rogers can do for that spin around backhand. that was crazy.
I think what happened there is they hadn't seen any spins at all. So we're like, where's the serve going? A lot of people like to do the spin around and then they come back.
Yeah.
And so you can't prep for that.
Right.
I think they're just caught off guard, but they're playing so well. I think Graham Rogers, when they hit their 1-2-3s, they were really good.
Yes.
But they only did that 35% of the time.
It was sort of an all or nothing situation.
Yeah, so they got it.
Yeah, an error or a very clean put away.
They got to put it all together there, and I think their serves. They only had 1 or 2 serves that really challenged Hoy and Foster. I think they need to get those on. But Hoy and Foster, they were in a groove. They were looking. They were looking really strong.
They're challenging very well, putting a lot of pressure on Graham Rogers.
Looking really strong, and a lot of people. You know, Hoy came into this tournament with no points, caused them to get a lower seed. And some people say, no, they're a top team. They're a force here. And of course, when you make it into the finals, which would be not a surprise for some, but you know, seed wise, of course, and just shows that there's a lot of women that are up and coming, and that be a force.
People just pop up out of nowhere nowadays because I think we have a lot bigger community and a lot more groups that are willing to just train people, and so. You know, one day someone just starts training and you don't know who they are. They come out to the tournament and hit spin around backhands on 3-time national champions.
Speaking of that, as we get into game 2 here, I want to shout out the chat command. Use ! Women's Roundnet FB to go to the Women's Roundnet Facebook group, and also Women's_Roundnet on Instagram. Tons of Roundnet stuff if you're looking to get involved. I also want to say that if you're looking for this bracket or any other bracket at the tournament here at the Garland Tour Series event, use !Fuango. That will take you to the bracket. But we're getting into game 2 here now, and Allie Rogers starting off to serve. Fault on the first one. Second one's good, easily handled by Foster. Sent around, Graham's there again. A little far of a touch. Back by Rogers. And just too short.
Great hustle there from Rogers to make the set happen. Gets it back to the net. Becca's just got to get a cleaner first touch there, get it toward the net a little bit more for Rogers.
That's really the story there.
Right, but pretty good hustle. That's a good showing.
It's a good first point. Say, hey, we're in the spot, right?
Yeah,
they were in the spot.
They're going to fight for it a little bit more. And they're going to get the touches, make it happen.
So we got a serve here by Hoy. Goes for the drop. It looked really good. But, of course, into the front rim. So over to Graham for her first serve of game 2. Strong. She can really swing. She doesn't have
a lot of pace.
Too many different serves, but she consistently gets them very low, which is surprising.
Yeah, if she can just get them on low, a nice little jam maybe, that'll be good enough.
Oh, they're there again. And second touch for Becca Graham, and as many points.
And there it is. So they adjusted to the backhand. They finally figured out the defense. You know, they noticed the pattern. We have to change our defense when Hoy is hitting. We have to cover her backhand. But then just not able to execute, not able to finish on the hitting there.
Yeah, I love that. I know, you know, earlier this year, Graham Rogers played against Hoy, and her backhand tore them up. They did not know how to play defense. I love how they're figuring it out.
Yeah, and that's honestly just a great sign of like an experienced player, is their ability to adjust to the games. So, I mean, that's just showing the experience from Graham Rogers here.
Wow, nice lefty. She finally gets it on. And wow. Nope. Okay, that was a miss. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. To me, I wasn't sure there.
So they get the break back with a nice serve from Rogers.
That's huge, right?
That's serving first.
Serving first and get the break back.
Right.
That's big. That is big. So up 3-2 here. I love that she got that lefty serve on, and it was a good one.
It was. She gets a nice little cut on there as well.
And now they have to respect that.
Right.
Right. When she fakes it, they got to be ready for it.
Right. She can go that twitchy style a little bit more, throw out the left, try to make them bite. And then maybe throw in some drops in there as well.
Wow, nice strong serve by Hoy. Set up easily, gets the body touch, goes for the second set. Foster just drops it on, back to Rogers for the easy up. Can she put it away in the backhand? Beautiful backhand.
And there it is. That is the cleanliness you want to see. I think Rogers getting these first touches and Becca letting her butter up, letting the person who's hitting stronger right now take the lead.
Exactly, right. That makes sense. So second serve. Jams her a little bit.
And there it is.
Nice
and that's what I said. You know, just a nice little jam is all you need. Make the other team uncomfortable. Right. Force them into a situation.
Especially on Hoy, that may have gone too high. But right, you said Foster is a tall women's player.
A little bit taller.
And that's going to be legal.
Yep, that's going to hit her in like that shoulder area. So
a 5-2 lead. And another nice low serve. Really strong hit.
Right. Makes him play. Hoy does a great job putting the ball away.
Yeah.
Stop the bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, but
2-5 here.
Yep, you're good.
Wow, a nice serve. Oh, I think it might have been clip rim maybe. And the second one's going to go on though.
Wow.
Yes.
Beautiful.
That is the cleanliness.
They're going to say, was that, they're going to talk about it, thought it was maybe a little rim. But I think they're saying
it was a little bit close to
clean.
the side, but I think that's just your average pull shot.
Robbie said it was clean. Shout out to observer Ravi Kandula.
Can't see him on
calls
screen.
over here.
He's off to your left.
Off to your left if you want to have him give him a shout out. Of course now, Rogers back to serve 6-2. So
Got a cushion.
very different than what we saw. Game 1. And a nice strong serve. Not a great touch. Can Hoy get it back? She does.
Oh, got to get that touch up. Up. You need height.
Yeah, I think even though it was off the net, Foster did have a lot of options. She kind of pulled it. She could have pushed it.
Right.
Rogers went with the pull, but she was kind of in the middle a little bit.
Right.
And kind of jammed herself a little bit.
Right. She was trying to cover it all, but she kind of needs to pick and choose one.
Hoy with the backhand, fake drop, clean, and a nice backhand.
There we go.
Yeah, Hoy was there, but a little too late.
Becca's getting her confidence back a little bit, I think.
Yeah, she's one of the most has the most mental fortitude out of all the women's players, so I'm not surprised by this. Is that right? Oh, a little correction on the score. It is now it's 7-5, and now 6-7. So lead not as large as we thought, and they're still in it here at 6-7. Foster back to serve.
In steps a little bit. That was
Yeah.
kind of new.
Right into the rim, but it looked good. Kind of that one goes. They're gonna. That is
Definitely a
high.
high call,
That is a high call. So they
Yeah.
all play it. Got confused for a second. It is now 8-6. Graham Rogers. Let's see what Allie Rogers has. I'd love to see that left come out again.
Thinks about it.
Offs for the right. A nice hard serve, handled really well. The pull just out of reach.
Becca almost there.
Becca was in that spot. When she hit that shot, I bet she thought this is going clean away.
I think Graham was in the spot and then thought she was going to not pull and tried to move and then ended up getting pulled.
Yeah, the pull was definitely unconventional there. I didn't expect to see that.
Right. It was a great shot from Foster.
Of course.
That
Now
was gonna
another
be
high there. Of course, when we mentioned a pull, that's when you kind of hit it back towards your body, moving your legs and your feet so you get a little extra space. It's very deceptive. Nice low there, serve there by Graham. And
That's a good break.
Yeah, great break. Again, an error mistake, a setting mistake when the set's on the other side of the no-hit zone. Very challenging to get it back. So
Very tough to get
Nice
to, very
break.
tough to make it good as well.
yes.
So even if they don't get a great touch, like this set has to be great just for them to get recovery back onto the
Another
net.
good set there, but nice save, touch up by Graham. Can she put this one away with the left? Up by Hoy and easy on.
Oh, it comes
What?
off the net.
I don't
Hoy.
think that's
I think it's good. Is it not?
that good. Oh,
It's good. Yeah.
I wondered. I thought
she
Hoy maybe
touched it.
double. I thought she maybe like touched
No,
it
I think
again.
she just barely tapped it and
Yeah.
got right off.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of a lucky break there. A great defensive touch though,
Mhm.
but then just barely touches it
Yeah.
as it comes off the
That
net.
was a nice rally.
I don't think Graham Rogers thought it was coming off the net, so they were just like, oh, we'll let it drop back onto the net for a double
Yeah.
bounce on the net, and then end up biting them a little bit.
We're gonna opt to play through that one and beautiful up. Oh, into the rim.
no.
I love that. I love the little miscommunication. Should I soft touch it? Should you set it back to me?
Right.
And then I think that volleyball background of Foster allowed her to
Mhm.
go for that big overhand.
I think the general rule is like, if you definitely know your partner can't get to it, or if your partner asks for help, then you should do your best to soft touch it. But
Wow.
otherwise, just leave it.
Nice lefty and little flick allows to go.
Yeah, I think Karah's doing a great job of staying over the net as long as she can and picking her shots last second. Goes for the backhand when she's not ready, I think. Maybe calling a foot fault.
So I think here what Rogers is saying is Hoy calls the score as she serves.
Yes.
And,
that
you know,
happens.
Calling the serve is to recognize it and say, hey, are you ready?
Right.
So Rogers said, can you call it, acknowledge,
Yeah,
and then
pause for
start
a
your
second.
motion. Yep.
Yep.
So we have 9-11 second serve. A nice one. Set up easy by Rogers. Gets all the way around the no-hit zone. Impressive, but an up by Hoy and pockets it up over for another break. 10-11 staying in there.
Hoy also does a great job of staying out of the no-hit zone there. Was sort of falling into it, but jumps over and slides through.
I was really impressed. I thought she was hitting into it.
She's getting some great bodies so far.
Yeah.
They're on the comeback a little bit.
Nice touch there. Oh, little backhand. They're
Oh.
going to play it through. They call it a rim. And Ravi said clean.
That
so
is
that's it.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think if you're in that situation where it pops right up to you, you just
gotta
gotta
play
play.
that.
Just gotta
Yeah.
play. Better safe than sorry.
Yep, we got 12-10 here for Graham. And, and
Oh,
an error
no.
maybe in
The
their head a little bit after
the
that.
momentum. Anything can happen in game two.
Exactly there. Okay, timeout
And they
called.
take the timeout. That's a good
by Hoy
timeout call.
Foster. I really think that's hard because, yeah, like they make that call. The ball was right there.
Right.
They easily could have just put
I
that
think
away.
she even just touched it right up.
She had it.
And then they called.
And then, of course,
And that is
the
just brutal.
observer, right, you were right to make the call. The observer disagreed because Graham
Right.
Rogers, of course, disagreed. And
Right.
now that extended their lead.
That's 2 quick points.
That would get into my head,
Right.
right? And I'm sure it got into theirs of,
Yep.
oh, we should have had that point.
Right.
Now we don't. And going to the next point, which is 5 seconds later,
Right.
they're probably still thinking about that.
Still thinking about
when
the
it
last
swings.
point. Right.
Yeah.
It's tough when you're like definitely sure, and the observer's like, no, I disagree, and
Mm-hmm.
you're just. It sort of baffles your mind for a second, and you're not quite back into the game yet, and then you have to play while you're not in the game, and you make an error, and then you start snowballing down.
Yep.
So great timeout call.
I like that. I like the timeout call a lot. I think we said, what does Graham Rogers need to do? I'm not really sure what Foster and Hoy need to do. I think Rogers and Graham are picking up on their hitting habits, which has been really big, and just winning the big points. I think they just need to tighten up a little bit. They aren't looking as clean as they did in Game 1.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Hoy's hits are getting a little bit. I think Graham Rogers are catching onto them a little bit. So maybe switch it up a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe go for some more boom ball sort of stuff. She's just kind of keeping low flicks a lot.
I think a lot of her flicks are her backhands are pocketing up, which I think is allowing Graham Rogers to get there. So if she can tighten those and put them low, then that'd be great. We're going to give you a quick update. We just got here in the other semis, twins. Of course, the #1 women's team in round net, Allie Jenke and Olivia Jenke, won their semifinal, so they will be on this featured court coming up, the finals, with the winner of this, and we're excited to bring that to you soon. Of course, we are waiting right now for this timeout to be back.
Do you think Zoomies take it? You think they're going to be able to try to end it in 2? I think if it goes to 3, Graham Rogers are going to end it. I think momentum stays with Graham Rogers if they go to 3.
I agree. I think it'll be closer than, and this one is close. I think Zoomies may have an extra burst of energy, but it's hard. Graham Rogers are all over them, and it's a much different than Game 1.
And it actually looks like Hoy is going to be taking an injury timeout here, so it's going to be a little bit longer. You do get a 5-minute injury timeout and a 1-minute normal timeout. I think she's having, it's very hot outside today. They're in the sun, so she's probably just dehydrated a little bit, needs to get some water, sit down for a little bit, take some rest. That's very important, always looking out for the safety of our players. She's in the shade, hanging out, so hopefully we'll get back to the action soon.
Of course, I'll take some time to plug some of our great sponsors here. If you're listening, Pair of Thieves, great underwear. I'm not joking. I'm not sponsored by them. I only wear Pair of Thieves underwear. They're so great for round net, and just great in general. And, of course, VI Apparel, another sponsor, official jersey of Spikeball, these polos we got on today. And, of course, we got Hampton Farms Peanut, the official nut of Spikeball. They're on site today, giving out free peanuts, playing some games, having a good time, if you're a big fan. So shout out to them. And also want to mention, of course, there are tons of brackets going on here today. If you're curious, use !Fuego in the chat, and that will bring up the Fuego.io page for all of this events. But, of course, we are going to be back in a couple minutes after this injury timeout. Thank you for waiting, and we are back, of course, with the rest of this Game 2. Hoy took, of course, her injury timeout and took a little break, but we're back. If she needs to take another timeout, she can for a minute. Of course, after that, they have to keep returning to play. Back 13-15, and a quick break.
Right to it. Yeah, Graham Rogers picking right back up where they left off.
Yeah. 14-10. They're swinging. They're saying we don't care about that timeout. We're coming right back. But of course, it could be Hoy's not feeling well.
Yeah, she seems to be doing okay so far. Got aced the one time, but I think she's still in it for a while.
That was a funny point. If Graham's hat off, she didn't know where to go.
A lot of hats falling off in women's round net.
Yeah.
We need more hat throws, though.
No, we need more hat throws. There's Hoy back here to serve 11-14. Let's see, big miss there. Get a second try.
Yeah.
I'm curious if we'll see the drop more, a little more consistent. Just go for an easy one, handled nicely. Creative drop.
Good scoop up. She does a great job to recognize the drop there and actually get to it. A lot of people will recognize the drop and then sort of just sit. But she does a great job of moving, executing on the play. Doesn't quite get enough height for for Foster there.
Now Rogers high on that first one. She'll go for a second. The left, a good attempt again. And a lobster trap on that second one. Double fault, but again, they can afford it right now. Up 3 breaks.
They got some wiggle room, that's for sure.
Back to Foster. Big swing, but high. She'll get a second attempt here. See what she has. Goes for the drop, like easy on, and a little challenging. Clockwork for Graham Rogers.
And Graham looking a little bit more comfortable here, making that footwork happen, moving across the net, moving to the set. I think Rogers sets her a little bit better, a little bit higher, giving Graham time to get over there and make the clean hit happen. So
nice serve there, right at Foster's hand. What a creative shot.
Nice little drop, yeah.
I don't even know how she hit that.
I think she just flicks the wrist backwards a little bit. And you don't have to hit it very hard, you know, it's just a little drop back behind you. So yeah, great creativity and shot selection there. Leaves Graham stuck across the net.
Ahoy with a nice serve. Doubled up easily, and the body goes way up to the other side.
Yeah. Once again, gets a nice body. In the past, she's been able to soft touch it, but I think this one just got a little bit too far away from her.
Exactly. So we know 17-13. Big lead going into this. Looks like we're going to see a game 3 short of a miracle from Hoy and Foster. See Rogers step out. Goes for the drop. I like it. A little too short, though. A little off the mark. See if she has a second serve.
And she goes for the little gentleman, but can't find it.
She seemed to go a little too quick on that. She's just,
yeah.
I'm just trying to get it on. When you do that, you miss. So now it's 14, serving 17. Clockwork once again by Graham Rogers. That's the story of this game so far, which we didn't really expect to see.
Yeah. I assumed Graham Rogers were going to come out swinging from the beginning. Looked a little. Who is their first match? Do you know?
So I do not know, but I don't think it was one that maybe particularly challenged them.
Right.
Right.
And I think that was their thing. They didn't get into too huge of a groove, didn't get pushed a lot, so didn't have to get super clean. So, but I think they've done a great job of cleaning themselves up in game 2 here. Just
beautiful
like that.
Beautiful backhand by Rogers.
She does a great job of leaning in, but keeping her balance. And staying out of that no-hit zone and just following through.
And getting a little topspin allows the ball to cleanly move over.
And even if defense maybe gets a hand there, I think they still it might go off their hand and go past them.
Okay, we got Rogers serving here at 19-15. Front rim on that first one. Didn't like that ball, throwing out for another one. See what she's got here. A little drop, easy up by Hoy. Oh, and a smart little drop. Hoy does look a little bit exhausted there. Maybe having some trouble staying in it. I'm
definitely going to be a factor in game 2. Because if she comes in, game 3. If she comes into game 3 and she's just, not exhausted to play cleanly enough, that's some errors that are going to start showing up.
So 16-19. See what Foster has.
Oh, almost gets the touch.
She was all the way around and spins out of frame.
Yeah.
Saying, are you kidding me?
Showing her ninja
upset
moves.
with that.
Almost gets the touch. Great. She's in a great spot. Just can't find the hand contact.
So we have a game 2 game point for Graham Rogers. Excuse me. Yeah, and see what she has. She's just been so consistent with it. That one comes a little more to the right. Strong
nice
left
lefty.
there.
Good lefty from Foster. That's good that she has some nice.
Hoy and Foster won, so Rogers will be serving first.
Or maybe Graham Rogers won and they just want to serve.
They maybe, yeah, that is
they
true.
Might be
they have the option.
Confident.
So here we go. Thank you for tuning in. We are stoked about this semifinals match of the women's division here in Garland, Texas, opening up with a drop shot and a touch by Rogers.
Almost gets it. Almost starts off with a nice little defensive break, but hits the bottom of her hand and goes down rather than coming up. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Karah Hoy got to that drop a little bit slow. Not sure how she's feeling right now.
Yeah. As we said, we think the outcome of the match could be seen in the first 10 points, so we'll see if that holds up. Clean backhand. If that was game 1, Becca Graham may have rimmed that one, so
maybe
we may be seeing
she's looking clean so far.
Yeah. All right, at 1-1, back over to Becca Graham to serve. step out the big power. That one goes high, even over the tall hand of Allie Foster. She'll do it again from the 7-foot line. Get one low this time, easily scooped up. A little bit too far to chase it down, kind of split the middle there.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Graham Rogers was in no man's land there, not short, not far, just in the perfect spot for her to pop over them. So I think they got to pick one.
Yeah, exactly.
Or pick both.
Yep. So Hoy here to serve. She's had some strong ones, but off the mark there is now 2-2.
That second serve looked like it had some good angle, but finds the rim is the other side of the net.
Back to Rogers in the teal hat. Goes for the left.
Has she been wearing that hat the whole time?
She has.
I
have
have
no one
not
noticed?
not noticed
I also
the
don't
teal
know
hat.
if that's teal. Might be a little sky blue. But
Yeah. It's a good hat. It's a good hat.
No fault, and she's upset about herself. What we said time and time again, make the other team play those points.
Especially while they're not in the groove. You know, just came off, you know, an extended break due to technical difficulties. Maybe their muscles might have got a little bit tighter sitting down for a little bit too long. You know, make them play while they're still not in the groove.
Ooh, big pocket there up. I think Foster was maybe just out of energy, or she kind of
late.
Yeah, a little late to that. I don't know if you just expected Graham to have just a textbook hit there.
She might have thought it was just too far gone when it actually wasn't. And there's some sort of call here.
They called, I believe, a rim.
Redo.
Yeah, rim on the serve, I think.
They call a carry call
Oh,
on Foster, I believe, but Robbie's just going to say redo. I think he's standing across from Foster, so he couldn't quite see the hand. They're going to talk about expectations a little bit.
Yep, it's hard with the solo observer. Of course, he's also looking for pockets, so he was in kind of a good position to look for pockets.
Looking for side pocket, height rule.
That's hurts
everything.
Graham Rogers if they thought it was a carry because, or a catch and throw, if you will.
An illegal first hit.
An illegal first touch, because they wanted that point.
They're just going to have to serve again. At least they get a redo out of it and not a disagreement from the observer. And they tap it on it. Oh, no. Rogers does. Oh, it drops right in front of her. Just doesn't comprehend. I think she might have just thought she was going to miss, and then it just drops right in front of her.
And again, they're arguing about the call again.
Yeah, might have been a legal touch, a legal lift out of a.
And they're going to give the point to Graham Rogers on this one. A little confused what happened.
Wow. So maybe that's what happened. Maybe there was a call, and that's why Rogers didn't go for it. At least I would hope. That's why it was going to be a little bit too high.
He'll still getting a handle on these. Nice low serve
on the
there.
net.
Nice touch there by Graham. Gets it back. Little lefty drop. Karah's there for it. Puts it on. Back to Graham. Easy setup by Kitch.
Oh, no. And there it is, the crucial error in the early game. Is she locked in? Hoy didn't look like she was locked in until that rally. It looked like it kind of jump-started her there. She dives for that scoop up and, you know, hits from her knees. And that's a great play to make, giving some momentum for Zoomies.
That's all it might be all they need. But, of course, they got to get their serves on. They were thinking of opting to play that. You can if it's a fault or a certain type of fault. You can opt to play it. But I think they're saying, let's see her make this serve. She does with the drop. Can she put this one away? Gets caught in front again. That's what you said. The funneler got in the way of the funnelee.
Yeah. Just a little bit tough there. She's got to pull off the body, know how much to pull off the body defense there. It looked like she tried to turn, but good job from Graham Rogers to know to just push it into the side of the body.
Right. Now 5-4. Rogers to serve. I think Zoomies really needs to tighten it up. They've had a couple opportunities where Rogers have not been as clean. They could be at a deficit but of course it's tied instead. So look to them to kind of up their energy and kind of Graham Rogers may have let it go there. I think Zoomies could bring it back here.
I think Zoomies is in a good spot to make something happen right now. Momentum's not really in anyone's favor. And Allie with the backhand. Allie Rogers.
That's strong. That's strong. And I like, once again, Foster opting to just put it in play, see what she can do. They're met with some good hits, but you never know. That easily could have been a front rim. Now Graham to serve a nice low one, popped right up by Hoy, but into the rim. Strong. That was a strong running set there by Foster.
Yes, that was a great great hustle from Foster there. A pretty good recovery set. I don't know if Hoy was expecting it to kind of come back into her body. It just makes it kind of an uncomfortable hit.
And
there it is again.
Back to back.
That's
that
it.
was like the same thing we've just seen.
The first early points, the crucial breaks, and now all Graham Rogers have to do is hold from here.
Yeah. Okay, it wasn't the first 10 points, but could it be the first 13?
Yeah.
First 13 we know.
The lucky 13 points. Gonna argue a little bit about high. Ravi agrees that he thought it was high as well, so we're gonna go to his second serve.
Then here in round net we have an observer system. They don't make, there's some calls they make right away, but often they just wait for the disagreement.
No, another error. And it's just the sets are not getting enough air.
Yeah, the first two were a little too close to the body. That one was a little too
far away. Yep.
Ooh, a couple fakes here. That one pockets up. They're opting to play it. Oh, Rogers easy with the scoop up. A little short set and miscommunication on defense. That goes the way of Graham Rogers.
For some reason, I was not expecting Rogers to get that touch, and then she just got it, and I was like, "Oh wow, that
was all the way around."
Yeah, that was a great hand.
Yeah, I did not see her.
Yeah, you'd think you'd see the bright blue hat, but she's sneaky.
Now 10 serving 5, big lead, a far onto by accident, dropped easy up by Karah. Another easy one.
No!
And a fake miss. That was just some back-to-back drops. I don't know if that's low energy or just, sometimes thinking you have the shot, but you don't.
I think they're trying to get away with some cheeky hits, but just not finding it. And then I think Rogers just steps in a little bit too far on that hit.
The first few points really weren't going anywhere, and she said, I'm going to put this one away. Go for the soft touch here, but way too far away.
Too far from Foster. Yep. Can't quite find that third hit. Good job recognizing, though, like I'm at the edge of the circle. I can turn around and get this again. Good hustle, but doesn't make it happen.
Rogers here, 11 serving 6, big lead. See what she'll opt for. The big right hand into the front rim, so she'll get a second attempt here.
Just putting it on, opting to make him play. Nice body. Graham is nowhere to be found, though.
No,
unfortunate.
It's crazy how the little micro things can change. Like a few points ago, we saw that set at her body, and they messed up, but there she was able to open up and put it on. A nice serve there. Nice play.
Good touch from Foster.
I think she really wanted a better one there. It was coming right at her, but truthfully, even if it is coming right at her, is it coming low? Is it coming mid? Is it coming high?
A lot of options. She does a great job of getting her hand there. It gets good height, but it's just too far from Hoy.
Oh, nice shot. Rogers goes around Foster and too far.
I think she's going to call hinder there. I think she can make. I think if Foster's not there, she can make a better touch and get it to her partner. But good hustle from Graham to try to keep playing. Might be talking about carrying a little bit or illegal first touching.
It looks like they're going to call hinder, which would be a redo. I don't think they're arguing it. Sorry, excuse our silence. We're trying to listen to the players.
Yes, so it looks like the decision from Ravi is that the hinder was called a little bit too late. They tried to play it a little bit too long before calling the hinder.
She like Allie chased it down, and Becca went for the drop, right? She could have, once she made contact, she doesn't need to make contact. Once she did,
once she
could
gets
have
hindered,
said,
she needs to
that's
call
a
it.
hinder. I'll go for it. You can't, as they say, have your cake and eat it too.
Right. Yeah, if you don't get both sides of the story there.
There we say an easy 1-2-3 from Graham Rogers to get it back in their possession. 13-8. We got Kandula in the frame. Nice setup. Oh, a little soft drop. I don't think she meant to, but it worked. And a beautiful,
nice push.
Beautiful
that was
shot.
Crisp.
Wow.
Rogers does a great job of getting low on her shots.
Really strong
bending
footwork.
Down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just pushing it so cleanly, backhanding it so cleanly. And that's going to be a rim.
Yep.
Almost. Almost a nice ace. You hear the little bit of the thud as it hits the rim.
Yeah.
But almost looked good. Gonna opt for the drop on though.
A very unique drop on with that. Strong footwork.
Yeah, that was great.
Got some sheeshers from the crowd with that drop. Very creative and very nonchalant.
She's doing a great job of keeping composed, even though we are in game 3 and they are down by a lot.
Oh,
Rogers with a good bid.
that was strong.
I think she might have said in the no-hit zone.
Yep.
But Ravi calls clean.
I believe actually what Rogers thought is that the ball hit Karah's Hoy's leg after she did the backhand. Of course, Kandula called it clean. So it's back in the possession of Foster. I think it's 11-14, so still in a good spot.
Maybe comebackable if they can get some breaks happening.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I think we may be a little off on the score here. We will catch that in a sec. 15-10 may be correct. It's tough with these these calls. What a backhand.
Nice.
Just,
Again,
just
this
stop.
clean, confident putaways, getting low, getting it past the defense. We're going to try to figure out the score here for you. Yeah. We need some balls, I believe. We will throw one in. I think they're going to go round some up. Maybe a timeout call?
Yep, I think they do still good at their 1 minute timeout per game that they can opt to use, so that's what they're going for. So 15-10, we believe the score. Graham Rogers up. Big lead. Do you think this is comebackable?
I think Graham Rogers are just looking too good right now. I think they're both playing very crisp and clean, especially Rogers. Her hits have just been absolutely perfect so far. Except for that one where she kind of lunged in a little bit too far, didn't have enough net for the shot she wanted to go for. But you can see the confidence of both the players. You can see that they're still driven to play and finish this game. They want to go to finals and try to give Twins a run for their money.
I think what I want to kind of shout out is Graham Rogers. We're talking about how they needed to put that consistency in that Foster and Hoy had, but it's actually Hoy and Foster lost some of that consistency as the game go on. So that's something for those players to work on is throughout the series, can they keep it going? And how well do they adapt to each other?
Right. Yeah, adapting to different people's games is, you see it a lot in experienced players, and it's super huge because people are going to go towards their normal tendencies. So if they're hitting one shot a lot, they're probably going to keep doing it. And if you start getting there and they realize, oh, I got to mix it up, they're going to start making more errors because they're not used to hitting those shots.
And of course, the stronger players that have more options and more shots are more able to adapt. Oh, they're covering this shot. Let me do this one. Or things that at some point you may be out of options.
Right.
And so that's where the practice and the talent and the different skills come in.
Right.
Yeah. But
so we are definitely seeing that out of Graham Rogers so far. It looks like we're about to hop back into it. Only get 1 minute. So they get a little water break, get in the shade for a little bit.
A strong play from the 3-time national champions, but putting up a good fight is Allie Foster and Karah Hoy. We're going to be joining back on the court for you now, or realm, if you will, by many different. We don't really have a set thing for it.
It's still being debated.
Still debated.
Amongst the scholars.
Let us know in the chat what you think. Court, realm, field.
Area, zone.
Anything. Strong serve there by Rogers. Beautiful push shot. Hoy is so nonchalant. She puts that through. It doesn't look like the no-hit zone doesn't even offend her. She's just like, I'm hit, I'm out.
I'm just hitting, yeah. She does a great job. Yeah, staying composed is good because sometimes if you get a little bit panicked, I think that's when the tippy taps start coming out. You start dropping it right to your opponents.
Ooh, that's a rim.
That's an unfortunate little break. Graham Rogers got a little bit of cushion, so no panic should set in quite yet.
High on that one. I'm surprised we haven't seen that spin around backhand by Hoy. She was
Yeah,
one
where's
for one.
that one? 100% ace rate.
Nice body up, but a little too far. They're thinking about a hinder.
Foster looks like she might want to hinder.
Yeah.
I personally don't think she had a play.
What call would you make there? Or what would you think?
Yeah, I would say probably no play there. If she laid out, maybe she could have gotten a touch.
Of course, player safety is paramount.
Right.
But it didn't look like she really put in the effort to even attempt to get there.
And also just using past data, how many times has she dived so far in the series?
Dove and dived.
About 0 times.
Yep,
so,
right.
But it looks like they're going to give him the hinder anyways. It's
Or
be
a redo.
Redo, yeah. The hinder redo call.
Yep.
And Hoy's going to get another serve. They need some breaks.
She's got here. Classic. Can't get the double touch. Not enough air. And she left her feet a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Foster needs to maybe slow down on the run past Hoy there. Hoy's been getting a lot of bodies. I think they need to just switch their defense to where Foster's playing a little bit more alongside of Hoy or across.
A little complement to each other. Yep. Rogers here with their second serve. It's nice and low, but nice touch. That backhand pops up. They call rim. She puts it away. They're going to go to the observers, and the observer agrees. Rim.
It did make a pretty loud thud. But I mean, we saw that before, and they called rim, and they didn't get the point. So
it's dangerous.
I thought they were going to play it and just go through it, but they were confident.
Quick double fall from Allie Rogers, but big lead. They're rotating now for this 13-17. See what Foster has in store. Needs to pull out some big breaks here. Swings, but nothing there. Second time here. See what she's got. Nice touch there. Foster gets on a little drop. Rogers is coming in. And an on-two by Graham and into Foster.
I don't know. I think she might have dodged it.
Yeah. I think that was good. Yeah.
All right. Wow. Good hustle there.
That was a
Graham.
bold on-two.
Yeah. That was, I mean, that's just an experienced play right there to recognize the defense is not in position for this.
Not at all.
I trust my partner enough to get out of the way, so I'm just going to go for it here.
Exactly. So another big break up now 18-13 is Graham Rogers.
And in my mind, 18 is sort of like the mark you reach, to where it's like once I'm at 18, we are now in the end game. So reaching that sort of end game, trying to put just the nail in the coffin.
Right. And at that point, right, they need 4 breaks and 3 opportunities, right? It's 50-50. They need to get breaks on half of the points, which is so hard.
Which would be absurd, yes.
But it's back 14-18. That's a nice serve, played up easily by Graham. That's
they're going to call Karah on Hoy. That's going to be on Hoy.
I think that's going to be a redo, as Robbie was not in
right
position
behind
to
her,
see
and
it.
he can't see. He's off to the side. He thinks clean.
So it got trapped in her a little bit. In my my opinion, I think that didn't look as clean as I would thought. Not a natural double touch. Kind of has to be one motion on her hand and her body, which I didn't think it was.
I think it just depends how much it got trapped between her, because if it sort of just hit her arm and then hit her body, I think that's fine. But if it sort of hits both of them at the same time, I think that should be no good. But I think Robbie's going to call clean here. Great job from Hoy to make the soft touch.
They may be opting for a redo.
I know Robbie gave the clean signal.
Yeah, but I believe truthfully, we'll just play this out.
We'll see.
And the left and the ball don't lie, as they say. I think,
backhand.
of course, Robbie's not in the position to see. I think for him it looked good. Of course, he didn't have the best angle, so they opted to the players there. She goes for that good backhand.
She's going for the backhands now. She's pulling it out, pulling out the stops.
Good one there.
Yeah.
I would.
Oh, wow.
I thought we were going to see a touch there or a rim by Graham Rogers, and that's going to be a little collapse.
I thought we were going to see a run, but Hoy just can't get enough from that ball to get it up.
I think maybe a couple steps back would help her with that, but of course then she's more susceptible for the drop. A little drop herself. And again, the same thing, just so close.
Yep.
Like they're going back and forth, but still they got the break, but maybe too little too late here, serving 16-19, of course, right? They need to get, I'd say, 4 breaks while only letting up 2. They called high. I believe that's going to go to observer.
He called high,
and he called high as well. Good call. So second serve here, 16-19. Second serve just puts it on. Easy left up a little far and just out of reach of Foster.
It is a little bit off net, but I think that's in her strike zone. She has enough power to swing and get it past the defense if they're not, on the other side of the net ready. So she just rips it and gets it past.
Nice front rim there by Graham. Goes way up, of course. This is match point to send them to the finals here at the Garland Spikeball Tour Series event.
I think we're going to get a hinder call here, maybe.
Get a hinder, but or maybe
they'll just give it.
Yeah,
they'll just give it over.
Yeah.
I think they got enough cushion room to just keep going and just decide, let's just try to get one more hold.
Yep.
Rather
That's all
than
they
try to
need,
get another
one
break.
hold. So it's now 17-20. The big backhand that pops up, that's high. So one more. You got to get this serve on to save them alive in the semifinal. She does. That's a little high, but they're going to opt to play it. And a big left hand.
Beautiful lefty there to end it. A great semifinal matchup, going to 3. Graham Rogers looking a little bit stronger towards the end, but a very respectable showing from Hoy and Foster. Thank you guys so much for watching our semifinals matchup between Hoy Foster and Graham Rogers. I was gonna say, stay tuned again. I'm so in that mode
Yeah,
from
I
live
know.
streaming.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe. All right. It's weird because I start with thanks for watching and I want to end for
So
thanks
say
for
like
watching.
that
was our
is banned.
All right. That was our semifinals matchup between Hoy Foster and Graham Rogers. I've been Matthew Burrows along with Mike White. If you guys want some more SRA content, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification button. Thanks for watching so much. Have a great day.